This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Delighted, as always, to be joined by lightweight contender Luke Campbell. We're here at the University of Kent. How are you, Luke?
Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
I'm very well, thanks, mate. Very well. First and foremost, how are you doing? Obviously, the last time we saw you in the media, you'd contracted coronavirus, COVID. You are, as you said to me off camera, you're fighting fit now. But yeah, tell us a little bit about that experience, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I was anything. Anyway, to be honest, I was quite lucky with what I got. Say quite lucky, I tested positive, so I wasn't lucky there. But with the symptoms, I was very lucky because I had like a minor cold, so it didn't affect me. I had a couple of days rest and then isolated at home, but still ticked over, so it wasn't too bad for me.
Now, we've waited all year for this fight. It's been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. Just tell me, if you can, what you felt when you first heard the news that you got COVID.
Well, at first I thought it's not too bad. I won't tell anyone, and I'll just get straight back in the gym and we'll keep on the same day. But obviously, don't tell anyone, but still isolate. But Shane made the call, like, listen, we've missed a couple of weeks worth of sparring, so we need to push it back.
Feel invigorated by the extra couple of weeks, or you just can't wait to get back in there?
Yeah, I do actually. I do. Feel good for it.
What did you do?
Just rest. Bit of ticking over at home, whatever you can do, and then straight back into the gym once I'd done the isolation.
Been a long old year for a variety of reasons. This very long camp going into this fight. Any in particular things that you worked on specific for Ryan Garcia?
Just everything. Not particularly working on anything for him, but just all around for me, for me to not make any mistakes and just improving what I've got.
Now, we heard from Mr. Garcia this morning. I don't know whether you would have heard Mr. Garcia this morning, but he's vowed to end the fight within 3 rounds, which is a surprise to some. What do you make of those comments?
I mean, this guy talks a lot. That's all I'm going to say. He talks a lot. Yeah, the majority of stuff that come out of his mouth is rubbish. So, but I've always said, listen, I'm going to break this guy down. I'm going to hurt him, and I'm going to stop him in the later rounds. I've always said that.
Do you think that sort of comes from, like, we've obviously you've been around for a while now. You look still like a very young man, but you're not now. You're getting on a little bit, Mr. Campbell. Do you think that's kind of the ignorance or the arrogance as well of youth? He's very young. He's coming into, as you've mentioned before, his first real big fight. Do you think that's what we're hearing from him?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, he always talks out, doesn't he? So it's him. But if he thinks that, good luck to him.
What's the plan for you now? Obviously, we're kind of, it's a different world now with quarantining and travelling over to America, or it might not be America. We just mentioned off camera that we saw yesterday there's potential for it to go to a beach in Cancun, which sounds really, really nice. But what's the plans for you now ahead of the fight?
Just train, just be in the gym, preparing, training, and we're in full training camp.
Any indication as to when you're going to go over to America or Cancun or wherever it goes?
We're going to sort that out this week and put a plan together on what we're going to do.
Now, the last time I spoke to you was before Lomachenko versus Lomachenko. You said before the fight that you hoped Lomachenko would win. You've obviously got an extensive background with him. You know him. He did win. What did you make of his performance?
Great performance. He stayed switched on and did what he needed to do to win.
What about Lomachenko's performance?
To be fair, I wasn't too shocked because in his performance, I mean, he didn't throw a punch for 7 rounds. So I think it's just, I hurt him a couple of times in my fight as well, and the wear and tear on him, and he's fighting big guys now at lightweight, and he's. I don't know what to say, but he didn't throw a punch for 7 rounds. So, if it had turned up like that for me, I'd have beat him.
Why do you think that was? You mentioned him not throwing a punch for 7 rounds. I'm due to catch up with Shane, who I've spoke to about the fight since then. What was it? Was it what Lomachenko didn't do? Was it what Lopez did do? Was it a combination of the two?
Yeah, I guess. But I don't think you can even your opponent dictating the fight. You still got to throw punches. Can your opponent dictate the fight where you don't throw anything for 7 rounds and then think, oh no, all of a sudden I need to start throwing punches. You know.
What do you think we'll see next from Vasyl Lomachenko? Obviously, the call for him is now potentially to go back down to 130. You've spent 12 rounds with him in the ring. Do you think that he needs to drop back down?
I don't know. It's his decision. He can compete at lightweight, not a problem. Say compete at lightweight. He's one of the best in the division at lightweight. So I guess it's up to him. I don't know what wear and tear. I see he had an operation on his shoulder, so I don't know what condition his body's in to keep putting him through these training camps.
Elsewhere in the lightweight division, always really keen to speak about the lightweight division to you. It's one of the most exciting divisions in the sport, and you are a very key figure in the division. Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. That was lightweight / super featherweight, whatever, both belts at the same time. Whatever happened, great knockout performance from Gervonta Davis, though. Yeah,
no, it looked like a fantastic knockout. Because Leo Santa Cruz is a fantastic fighter, proved himself over and over again. And Davis got a great knockout. I mean, there was the weight differences, but still, fantastic knockout.
When you look at kind of that spectacular performance from Gervonta Davis, obviously Loma-Lopez shocked the world, so to speak, against Vasyl Lomachenko. How excited does that make you for your fight against Ryan Garcia to allow you to make your imprint on the 135-pound division?
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for me. And I'm in a fantastic position. I'm feeling good, performing, and I've got this big opportunity in front of me to beat Garcia.
The other name at lightweight, somebody who we've heard your name linked with in the past, Devin Haney against Yuriorkis Gamboa, boxed a few weeks ago. Kind of a mixed bag, I think, is a fair comment on the reflection of how he performed in the ring. What did you make of his performance?
It's more what I made of Gamboa's performance. I didn't think Gamboa's performance, I thought it was bad. He looked slow, he looked sloppy. He looked a little bit blown up, like he's in the wrong division. He's certainly a tough guy. But to be honest with you, I thought Haney would have had him out of there. And, he tried, but just couldn't do it.
Spoke to Eddie pretty much soon after that fight. He said to me that the fight that has to be made next for Devin Haney is the winner of Luke Campbell versus Ryan Garcia. Sound good?
Sounds fantastic. It really does. I'd love that. Obviously, I've got to take care of business first and beat Garcia and then move on to him.
And before I let you go, you mentioned there you have to take care of business against Ryan Garcia. January the 2nd, how does that fight go? We've been talking about it all year, Luke, 6, 7, 8 times. This will be the last time you have to tell me how the fight goes. How is the fight going to go?
Like I said a few minutes ago, I'm going to break him down and I'm going to stop him. This fight's not going the distance.
Okay, hopefully I get to see it and hopefully I get to enjoy the fight with you. Luke Campbell, as always, real pleasure catching up with you. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Thanks very much for staying behind after your session. I managed to collar you before you left. If I don't see you before, best of luck against Ryan Garcia on January the 2nd.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.